You belong on every ground your feet grace, so don't ever feel out of place. Take up space and belong. This earth is your birthplace. Okay, so I was putting this off until I saw Jesse Woo's review of it. So now I'm gonna do real time reviews of Love is Blind UK. First of all, UK be having some fine people. Okay, like even my blind eyes can see that these people are fine. Usually looks don't really matter to me, so I don't really be caring. I don't really look at people for real. And I know that that sounds cliche, but if you ask anybody around me, they will tell you that when it comes to looks and me and being attracted to people, I lean more towards the unconventionally attractive people because to me, conventionally attractive is boring. So, I lean more towards unconventionally attractive people. I don't like the word ugly. I don't, so don't bring the negativity. Okay. But so it starts off with, of course, the cast going in the pods and talking to each other and stuff like that. And what stands out to me immediately is the connection between Catherine and what's his name? Freddie, and the connection between Demi and Oli. Catherine and Freddie just go together to me. Like I love the I love the chemistry between the two of them. They had a spark immediately. You could see the connection right out the gate. And I love when Love is Blind have people with amazing personalities. Demi is one of those people. I really love her personality. Like she's so outgoing, and she's one of those people that are like hard to hate. Like they're just so like such nice people that you have a hard time hating them, and if you do hate them, you feel bad about it because some of y'all be hating people who are loved. Like I don't understand the concept, but people hate people who are loved. That happens. So having a great personality can be a gift and a curse. But Demi has an amazing personality, and I feel like her personality and Oli's personality goes so well together. They to me go so well together that they seem like kindred spirits to me. And also I feel the same way about Catherine and Freddie as well. Freddie is fine. I like a little bit more melanin myself, but if I was gonna go there, it would be like Freddie. It would be Freddie. Somebody like that. Freddie is fine. Okay. Oli is also fine. Oli is he get how with us women there are some men that we look at and we be like that's a man. I get man from Oli. Like I get ooh that's a man. Like he is a grown man. That is a man. And I love it. I'm only 18 minutes into the first episode and I know I'm kind of late, but it's okay. It's not over yet. I have time to catch up and I will. So I'm gonna try to do one video every day. And y'all know that I do have sickle cell, so sometimes I do get sick and I'm not able to do it. But as long as I'm able to do it, I'm gonna do one every day. So this one right here, I'm going to load tonight and post tomorrow on social media, promote it tomorrow. But so far so good. I love the connections that are being made. It's another pair on here that I like as well. It's this god dang it, I can't remember their names. I'm gonna have to write these people's names down. But so far so good. The first 18 minutes, the connections are happening really quickly. I see a lot of different personalities, and I love when it's personality and not just looks, and this is why I love Love is Blind, because it's not focused so much on how people look, and people are literally talking to each other without seeing each other. So the only thing that you can use is your personality, and I love it. I'm excited to see who make connections, and I'm excited to see who I fall in love with. So stay tuned. Okay, so I have notes this time. Okay. Sam and Jasmine, they are having conversations in the pod, and Sam tells Jasmine that he's been told that he has F-boy energy, and Jasmine asks him why, and he says that he doesn't know, but you could tell that it kind of raises antennas in her head, like why would people say that to him? Um and also before they like leave each other, he asks her to remember him. Sam, remember me. Like he says his name and then he's like, remember me or whatever. And so next he goes into the pods with Nicole. Um he seems to be stuck on looks, but he also says that he isn't. But it seems to be the first thing that he brings up in conversation. Nicole has such a great personality. Like she's like really bubbly and like easygoing and very open minded and just like compassionate. Like you could just see that she's a good person, and her goodness shines through. Like just by talking to her, just by looking at her, you can really just tell. And she's asking a lot of great questions as well. Um Also, Sam seems like he's just saying all of the right things. Like he seems like he's reading Hallmark cards. Like he kind of like studied for this, and like he's acting as he's reading cue cards and stuff. Um Nicole asked him, what did she ask him? She asked him something I can't remember, but the way that he responded, or she was telling him like, he kind of makes her nervous because he's saying all of the right things, and she doesn't know if like it's genuine or whatever, and she don't want to get caught up on him, just saying everything that she wants to hear and turning out not to be the person that he's saying that he is. She says that she's ready for marriage and she's there to explore an alternative method because the traditional method didn't work out for her. She was married once and that relationship didn't work out. So she's ready to get married again, and that's why she's here. Okay, Nicole and Benaya. I think that's his name. Benaya. Benaya is homeless and he's a house sitter. So he isn't like living on the streets, but like he travels from place to place. And he like is a house sitter. Nicole seems to like his way of living, and she also seems to be inspired by it. She says that she's always wanted to live free, but she works in corporate America, and well, she works a corporate job, but she says it's just like a means to an end. It's just to take care of herself, but she's always wanted to live free. They hit it off well. You can tell that both of them are free spirits. Steven and Sabrina have a great connection. They seem to be very authentic. Like they just seem to get along well with each other. They bond over like relatives that have passed. I think his granddad and her grandmom, and like the little we call them trinkets that they left behind, and things like that. They have different views of having children, but Sabrina is still like she's still feeling the connection. She wants to expand on the conversation. Jasmine and Sam goes into the pods and they have conversations. Jasmine seems to be like a bit jaded from her past relationships. She talks about how she's been done wrong in relationships. She's been manipulated, cheated on, all of those things. And she doesn't want this same thing, so she's being careful in this experiment. But she says that she still wants to find her soulmate. She questions Sam about his social media. He claims that he believes that beauty is skin deep, but she doesn't really seem to believe him for real because he talks about physical appearance a lot. So I feel like because of that, she doesn't really believe him. Um, he says that he tells her that she's the only one who gave him butterflies. And I kind of feel like the reason why we were shown that is because it's going to bite him in the butt, or like he's going to say it to somebody else. Bobby and Jasmine. They hit it off really well. Jasmine really seems to like Bobby. Um, Bobby thinks that Jasmine has what he's looking for in a wife, like all of the qualities that he wants, she seems to have. And she seems to like him more than she likes Sam. Benaya and Nicole, they connect over like this mind, body, and spirit philosophy that they both kind of like believe in or whatever. She asked him if he wanted to settle down, like if he wanted to like find one place to live with his partner. He says that he wants a base, but like he likes traveling, but he also opens up to her about his past and how he uses traveling as escapism. And I thought that that was very interesting. I also thought that it was commendable for him to be honest about that instead of trying to make it seem like, I just like to travel, but he kind of talks about a lot of the things that he went through in his past and, connects it to why he travels so much. And Nicole just seems to be very understanding. I hope she's not too understanding, but they both seem to be really good people. So I'm interested in seeing how this connection grows. You can really tell that Nicole admires Benaya. And he says he gets excited to hear her voice. It's very clear that they like each other, and like not just like, you know, a little like feelings for each other, but they seem to really like each other. Okay, so it goes to Sabrina talking to one of the girls about the convo she had with Steven about kids. She seems to be worried that it's a deal breaker for him. Steven likes her, but the conversation rubbed him the wrong way. And on their next date, they talk about it again. And both of them stick to their first perspectives. He says that he wants to be a dad. She says that she doesn't feel like she has to be a mom. Then opens up and says that she may not be able to conceive naturally, but she's open to surrogates. And he says that he's here for that, which makes her happy. They talk about their childhood, and Sabrina opens up about finding out that the man she thought was her father wasn't her biological father. She was saying something about like they didn't have great communication, and it seemed like she always had to reach out, so she stopped reaching out just so she could see how long it would take him to reach out, and he never reached out to her. And she later found out that it was because he wasn't her father and it was somebody else that was her father. um Steven is very supportive. She gets emotional. He opens up about his ex-girlfriend who got ill, and it took a toll on him and their relationship, and he said that they broke up. She asked him if she was still alive, and he said he thinks so. She supports him through it. They really dig deep on this date, and their bond grew stronger. I don't know, do y'all think that it's trauma bonds are good? Like, do y'all think that trauma bonds can ever be good? Because I feel like when everything that we talk about is like sad, morbid, and like bad things that happen to us, I feel like that's setting the stage for that to be the climate of our relationship. And I genuinely hate relationships that are only about that. where your friend treats you like a therapist or like a dumpster and all they do is dump their trauma on you. I hate that. But it's good that he's being honest, but I don't know. Would y'all want to know if the person that you're dating likes somebody else, or is that something that you want them to keep to themselves? I don't know. I don't think I would care until it's time for me to care. Like until it gets serious. Um Oh yeah, Demi and Catherine talk about Ollie, kind of trying to feel each other out, but neither one of them are really giving the other a lot of information. So you can tell that they both really like him. Catherine says she doesn't see Demi and Ollie on the outside world together. And I feel like Catherine is solely going off of the way that Demi looks because Demi is not as thin as her or whatever. And I feel like she thinks she has a better chance because of how she looks. But Ollie has only talked about feeling a sexual connection to her. So while she's over here thinking that she has better chances and that she's better for him, he's only mentioned sexual energy from her. So we'll see how that turns out. Do y'all think that the way that they bond is going to affect them in the long run, or do y'all not see nothing wrong with this? Because I feel like it's a thin line between being vulnerable and opening up to each other and trauma bonding. Trauma bonding is like when everything that y'all talk about is all of the bad that's happened to y'all in y'all past. Like you don't really talk about a lot of the good memories, a lot of the good things that's happened to you, a lot of the positive things that's happened, and like how, and even if you're gonna open up about your past, but you can talk about how those things shaped you and not dwell on them. But I feel like a lot of people dwell on their past, and instead of like just learning from it, they like harp on it, like this happened to me and that's why I'm this way and stuff like that. I feel like it's a thin line, but tell me what y'all think. Catherine and Steven goes on a date. Both of them have the same last name, which is Powell. um I'm not gonna say that that is like unlikely or rare because that can happen. There's lots of last names, but you know, it's not impossible for you to run into somebody that got the same last name as you. So it doesn't mean that they're related. But the two of them are very comfortable with each other. Like they are giggling and like goofing around, having fun. The stuff that they're talking about is not really deep, but I feel like I'm not going to say that that's a problem because I feel like there's a good balance of both. I feel like sometimes you should be able to talk to a person that you're interested in about nothing at all. And sometimes you should be able to talk to them about everything. So I feel like there should be a good balance. Um the connection between Demi and Ollie, I really like. She asked how he would handle her when she was feeling crappy and not in the best mood. And I love this question. I feel like Demi asked really good questions. But all he jokes about going to stay with his friends at first. Then he tells her, she sounds like someone who would need cuddles and forehead kisses, so that's what he would give her. She says that she is someone like that. But you could tell that she really likes him. She feels like he's the one for her. Like she's using words like the one for me, how she loves him and stuff like that. He asks her where's her heart, and she tells him with him. He tells her he doesn't know who he wants right now, but she has a great chance, and he's saying that um he do like somebody else, but he likes her as well. It's good that he's being honest. Then it goes to Steven and Sabrina. Steven is smitten with Sabrina. She is all he can talk about. She is all he can think about. She literally is his priority, and you can tell. Like, I love him. I love that he's very much forthcoming with his feelings and stuff like that. He does not care about being vulnerable or whatever. Like, I really like him. I feel like you could tell that he really wants to get married. He really wants to be a husband. and that he really likes her. So he writes her a note and tells her to read it. So he stands up and he finishes the note as a poem. Like he starts reading it as a spoken word poem. He tells her that he loves her. Then he proposes. And the episode ends with her about to give him her answer. Now, I'm going to stop right there because I'm about to edit this video so I can post it. But episode 1 was really, really good. Like, you could tell that these people actually do want to get married. It's not like how it was with Clay and like I think it was a few other people on the last Love is Blind saying that they weren't interested in getting married or they didn't know if they wanted to get married or whatever. These people want to get married and you can tell, and I love that. I love people who know what they want and who goes after what they want. I like it so far. My favorite connection so far is Demi and Ollie and Steven and Sabrina. I love Steven. Steven is he seems like such a good guy. And Sabrina seems like such a good girl too. I want to know what she's going to say, but I got a feeling that she's going to want to be with him. Like I have a feeling that she's going to accept his proposal, but we'll see. I'm interested in seeing what happens, but let me know what y'all think about the first episode. I know I'm a little late, but that's okay because we're going to catch up and we'll be here once that happens. But still, if you've seen it, if you're watching the show, let me know what you think about the cast. Let me know what you think about the first episode and like who's your favorite couple so far? Who do you want to match? Who do you want to see more of? Because I feel like they will show us certain people, but we'll never see them talk or like have dates. And I don't like that. I want to see everybody's relationship. But thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this. Also, I have decided that I really like doing these real-time like videos, so I'm gonna continue to do certain things like this. I'll still do some reviews where I sit in front of the camera, but for the most part I like doing it like this because I feel like y'all get more energy from me when I'm like this rather than me having to set everything up. But thank y'all for watching this video. Like I said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Before you go, check out my website at srgrahamwrites.org and subscribe to my mailing list to get exclusive updates on works in progress, other news, and blog posts. Thank you.